Hello.
Hi.
Uh, we can't hear you probably just right now.
Can you hear me now?
Just a minute. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you. Welcome,
Okay.
welcome.
Perfect. Thank you very much. How are you?
Fine. We were waiting for you. Glad we have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much. And sorry for yesterday. It was my son was at home and my wife was away, so I was the only one who could stay with him, unfortunately. So
I hope you're all good right now.
Yeah. Everything is good. Because I got confused. I saw your email today because yesterday you mentioned that you don't have time tomorrow. Maybe you'll come back. So I thought this is an invitation for some time coming up. So,
It was actually, I said it for the time that I need to say that. So afterwards, I also sorted out for tomorrow, which is today.
Perfect.
Didn't want to give time for the training. So it would be better for this week. And people are gathering up. May I just want one or couple of minutes from you to...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks a lot. Dear Justin, we can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, perfect. I can, let me see. Where are you guys? Here you are. Great. I think I see some new faces, including yourself. We haven't met before, so maybe I could begin by my introduction so that we all know each other. So I'm Jasim Sheikh, and as you can see that I'm not a typical Swede, so I kind of look more like you guys, I guess. So I'm originally from Pakistan. I came for my studies to this country for higher education, maybe back in 2006. And I've been working with the Jonkoping University since 2008. So it's pretty long time since I've been with this university, and I've been coming to Turkey for marketing our university for quite some time. So I know Denise, Selime, and a lot of other people in your office who are really good friends now, almost like a family. So Global Vision has that kind of a place in my heart. And I really hope that we could do something together and make this platform a successful platform for Turkish students to come through. That's my vision. So I would love to train you guys on this university, and I would be expecting that whenever someone comes to you, you don't need to sell any other university but Jonkoping University. That's it, and chapter closed. So I see are you new? Could you also guys give me some background so that I know who I'm talking to?
I'm Güler, and I'm from the main office, and my friends are going to introduce themselves too.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Gizem. I am from main office too, like Güler. So I'm new here. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. We haven't met before. Have you guys recently started?
Yeah, recently. It's like 1 month.
Okay. That is why. Great.
Hi, I'm Ezgi. I'm also from the main office as well.
Okay, and you're also a new face for me. I don't think so I've met you before either. Yeah. Okay.
Hi, my name is Mira. I'm from main office also.
Yeah. So we haven't met either, right?
Yeah.
Wow, so many new faces. What Denise has been up to something really big or something, I don't know. Great.
And I need. So
I am Osman from main office.
Yeah, great.
And I am also new here, and it's almost 1 month.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. I look forward to working with you all, and is this your first training for any university, or are you guys been working with universities before?
We have trained about the universities and language schools, but like nearly the 70% of us new staff. So I would want you to take that into consideration during your training for us to comprehend the issue better.
Of course. And what we can also do is we could perhaps take this as an opportunity as a first training. And then I'm coming over to Turkey for IEFT. And maybe we can find some time in those days to come over to your office, and we could actually meet up for maybe half an hour or something. And that could be quite good because that's just in a couple of weeks. So it could be nice timing, I guess.
It could be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what I would do is I would share my screen by giving you some, how do you say that? A trip to our website so that you can see what you are going to be talking about and stuff. So that's one thing. And then later on, we can see how that goes. I can then also share a presentation with you guys, and you can get to know some of the USPs, unique selling points of our university. So let's see, share my screen, and I will do this. Great. I think you see this, you can see your application. Okay, I don't need
we can see it right now.
Yeah, just so then I will minimize so that I don't have to, I need to go through here. Boom, okay. So if you can see, I can do it again in front of you guys. I will write ju.se. J is Jonkoping, U is university.se. It's a very simple website to remember. And Jonkoping is the name of the city. So we are like Istanbul University or Ankara University. So Jonkoping is the name of the city in Sweden. And I'll show that to you guys later on in the map. It's a city pretty down in the south. So, and Sweden is a very long country. And so it's not as cold as perhaps up in the north. So this is, once you click on it, this is what is going to come in front of you. But I think the website, when you guys are going to open up, it's going to appear in English language. I have to manually convert it in English because I'm sitting in Sweden. So, but I think people sitting in other countries, they automatically get the English page. So this is the landing page where you are going to come and you can see that we have some nice stuff on this. For example, you can see Meet Us. If you click on it, you can see, you can find info where we as university are. For example, you can see this. I'm in IFT, so we mention all of the trips and activities we are doing abroad, so that people who come to our website can follow us and meet us if they wish to do that. This is just the practical stuff. I will go back, but the most important thing for you guys is to be able to understand how to browse the website. So the easiest part is that if you come here, study at JU, for example, you will find our programs. For example, I click on it, and then you can see all of the programs. We have bachelor's, and then we have master's. And here you don't see any category. I mean, for example, this is clear from the name that this is an engineering bachelor's. This is a business bachelor's. This is also business bachelor's. This is also business bachelor's, and this is engineering bachelor's. And this is health and care. For example, what we can do is, if I click on one of the business ones, for example, let's say international management. So this is the landing page you're going to come up with, and you could see that what we do is, are you guys familiar with accreditations? This thing?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because you could see that we are EQUIS and AACSB accredited business school. So which means that we are very high quality, because these accreditations are not, you don't get these accreditations without really having a superior quality, and you need to quite aggressively work towards getting these licenses. So we are very proud to say that we have these accreditations, and this put us into a unique club of maybe 2% of the business schools around the world who have double accreditation, basically. So we are, this is one of the reasons which you can also, for instance, when you're talking to your customers, your students or parents, for example, and they want to be convinced that why join Jonkoping University and why join, for example, the business school. So this part is quite strongly convincing part, because we have, these are quite hard to get, and they ensure that the quality is going to be supreme for the students, and which means that the quality of education, quality of research, the labs, the work environment, the study environment, all of these things would be, really high standard. You could also see, for example, the other part, which is the European Business School Ranking 2021. We are ranked by Financial Times, and we also got ranking in 2022 this year. So we are ranked in top 100 business schools in the world. And we are also ranked top 100 in European Business School rankings. So this is quite good for you guys to look at and try to convince your customers through it. But obviously you need to know about the program as well. So this is a general management program, which you could read about it, and you could also find, for example, like we offer internship in this education. This is a business core major program where you will be studying, these kind of courses, right? You are expected that you could start up your own business or pursue an international career. You can become a marketing coordinator, salesperson, product manager, brand manager. So basically, this is a management education that could lead you towards almost any kind of role within the organization. And I think from there on, you could choose to maybe become expert by finding a master's education in that particular niche. So we offer internship, for example. We have a possibility to do a 10-week internship during your elective semester. You can study abroad also. This is also quite unique because we have more than 350 partner universities all across all across the world. So you basically could go and choose a lot of internationally recognized high-ranked universities in their respective countries. And those universities are our partners, and many of our students go and join those those universities. And they could be in Australia, Canada, US, UK, Brazil, Mexico, name it. I mean, you name the country and we would definitely, hopefully, possibly have a partner there. So what you can do after graduation, you can obviously get into these kind of master's education, which we already have. As I said, you could maybe think of becoming more, creating more of your precise specialization later on into any of these particular fields. Yeah, what more? I think, yeah, the good thing is, yeah, this is important that you could read the requirements, for example. So general entry requirements include high school diploma with the demand on mathematics, civics, and English proficiency. So this is, you don't need to worry about this so much because the Turkish students do not have a problem coming in for fulfilling the criteria for our education. And the business one is pretty simple to do that. And most of these Turkish students who are doing their high schools fulfill this criteria quite easily, actually. So you can also see the tuition fee. For example, we have, for the first semester, we charge 50,000 SEK, and total tuition fee is about 300,000 SEK. And what that means in dollars is, for example, this is approximately $5,000 for one semester. And we, I don't know if you know about the European education system model or not, but the education, for example, in Sweden for bachelor's is 3 years, not 4 years. If you're going to go for the education in US, for example, so the education is usually 4 years. But in Europe, you would find a lot of, almost majority of the bachelors to be 3 years. And those 3 years are as good as the degree, which is 4 years of degree in US. So we are equivalent to all of those bachelors. So this is pretty reasonable fee when it comes to the quality of education. We are ranked by Financial Times. And if you look at those kind of, how do you say this, like those kind of benchmarks, so you will see that if you compare these benchmarks with other universities which have the similar kind of benchmarks, you will see that their price tag would be much higher than ours. Because, getting a Financial Times or ACSB and Equus, by itself, those schools are quite expensive schools around the world. So you don't have to pay all lump sum. You have to only pay one semester. So $5,000, which is 50,000 SEK for one semester. And other than that, we also have pathway education, which means that if, for example, one of the requirements you could see here, we also have English requirements, right? So one of the requirements is that students need to have 6.5 IELTS or TOEFL, 90 TOEFL. So for instance, if your students do not have IELTS or do not have TOEFL, let's say they have, but we still need to look at what kind of level of IELTS or TOEFL they have. Let's say they have 5 IELTS, for example, then they can come and study with us English language before. Here I can read more. For example, the pathway programs are basically preparing you for universities or Jonkoping University. And what that does is that fulfills your criteria for English or mathematics or any other courses you're missing, basically. So that can fulfill that academic requirement for that particular education. And it's usually English, which is the main, main mode of teaching in pathway program, basically. So we have, but we also have not just this. We also have some other partners like North Park University and Norwegian Business School. What does that mean is that students who come to study with us can also choose to go to US or the Norwegian Business School, but then they basically choose a track for pathway which already specifies that they will be going over to one of these universities. So that's also a possibility. And once you finish your pathway education with us, the other good thing is that not just for our university, you become compatible to apply to all the other Swedish universities as well. So because the English which we are teaching gives you kind of an English B equivalence, which is the requirement which is by all the Swedish universities. So do you have any questions so far? Anything confusing?
No, I suppose.
Okay, good. So, yeah, and because I think I will not complicate, because maybe through the website it might be quite hard for you guys to browse. But I mean, for example, you can see the program fee here. And the only difference between the fee which you, for example, if you click on the pathway education, you can see this fee which is, let's say, pathway year general, which is for 1 year. 215,000, which is approximately $20,000 to $21,000. But why is this bit higher? Is because this includes both your tuition cost and also your boarding fee, which means you don't have to pay separate for your living. And then your lunch and dinner are included in this fee, and your course textbooks. So this is all inclusive package. So our pathway education is more like a boarding school, you can say that. Then we have different categories of pathway education depending on, your need, the need for your student. So, but you can find all of the fee here. And you can also see, for example, what requirements, if I go back, for example, and let's say programs, and then if I click on programs, you can see that we have, you can see all of the name of the programs we are offering, and then what kind of requirements. For example, if you have IELTS 5, IELTS 5.5, then you would probably be going for this kind of a track. If you have 5, you will be going for this kind of a track, 5.5. So you can see different kind of options we have for various pathway programs you're offering. And you can also see that what is the application period, during what time you have to make the application for this, and when does the study begins in those pathway education. What is good about pathway education is that this not only gives you guys the possibility to earn commission for Global Vision on pathway year, but you guys will also be able to earn money once the student are going to begin their education, their bachelor's or master's with us. So you will also get your regular commission on those tracks as well. So let's go back. I think the pathway education is relevant and interesting for all of the education we are offering. So, I mean, the idea is that we kind of cater to a mass population in a country rather than having to cater to only people who have IELTS 6.5 or TOEFL 90. So what we wanted to do was to open up the possibilities for Turkish students or any other students who are missing English or maybe mathematics or some other courses. So we could think, how can we support them and help them to come to study at our university? So you could see that we have a lot of exciting programs. We have industrial engineering and management with a focus on sustainable supply chain management. This is a very interesting education for engineers, for example. And same thing, if you click on it, you read about this education. I would not go into details, but this is about industrial engineering and the supply chains and the business relationships, CSR, warehousing, purchasing, logistics. Those kind of major things are being covered in this education. And this education also offers you study abroad and internship possibilities. So this is quite good because when you're becoming a doctor, you work on real patients, you work on not just theory, but you actually apply your theory in your education setting, and then you become a doctor, right? So similarly, our philosophy is that if we are teaching business or engineering, we also want to focus on our students to really be capable to work for the industry, work with the industry, and we ensure this process happens through a lot of company-driven projects within many of the courses we are teaching. We are doing this through internships we have. We are also teaching through a lot of other kind of activities we are doing, for example, Entrepreneurship Challenge and some other kind of stuff in the campus. Here you can also read, for example, that the requirements are, here you can see it different than what you read on the business side. We have mathematics, physics, and chemistry. But usually what you guys can do is to begin with, once you have some interest, for example, so you can always get to me via WhatsApp. I think that's the fastest to do. I mean, if you want to send an email, you're most welcome to do that. But if you feel comfortable sending a WhatsApp, I would be more than happy to answer, there and then. So what you can do is for example, how I work with my other counselors in different agencies is that you would usually send me a message. Hey, Yasemin, I have one student who has finished high school. He has studied this course. We are thinking he is interested or she's interested in studying this. What do you think? So I could, give my recommendation or my advice. So you're most welcome to be in touch. I can share my mobile number later on. So you guys can have it, and maybe we could create some kind of a group or something, whatever is easy for you guys. And here you can also see that we have a fee for the first semester, which is 75,000 SEK, which is approximately $7,500. So this is more expensive than the business bachelor's, which was $5,000. And obviously, because this is engineering, and engineering is, it is more expensive than the business education in general, I think. So you can also learn about what kind of courses we are teaching in this education in year 1, year 2, year 3. Maybe your students are interested in learning what kind of courses would they be studying. Just to give you a heads up, one of my students who came from Pakistan, who did this education, he went for his internship in Brazil, which was helped by our school, because we are working with different companies, not just in Jonkoping or in Sweden, but we're also working with a lot of companies across borders, like in Vietnam and Thailand and Brazil, Mexico, USA. So we have a lot of those kind of linkages where we could connect our students and they could go there and not just study, but also do internship on the sidelines. And these kind of internships, for example, result in quite possibly offers later on for your students. Yeah, and you could also read about some of the interviews we have done for our students, for example, on this thing. I mean, what do they think about the education? So browsing, I would go back to our programs, and then I think let's more now talk about, because this is prosthetics and orthotics. This is a bachelor's education with, how do you say this? When you lose your limbs or you do not, you need a bionic arm or bionic leg or something. So this is that kind of education where we teach you how to build those prosthetics and orthotics for people in need. And this is quite niche and quite specialized education. And this is, we're also accredited by ISPO, which is the International Society for Prosthetics and Orthotics. And this is quite good to have, because even United Nations, for example, or other United Nations like bodies around the world have mentioned that they need people with this kind of skill set in prosthetic and orthotics. There's a shortage of qualified people into this category. So we are quite proud to say that we are doing this, and quite often our students go and find internships in really exciting firms as well. And this education is a little bit more expensive. If you click on facts and requirements, for example, then you can see what are the requirements like we have done on all the other education. But you can see the fee is even higher than the engineering. So it is approximately $8,000 for one semester. So which means it's $16,000 for 1 year. Why is this more expensive? Is because this requires a lot of lab work. And when you're using labs and you're working on real stuff, though, that tends to become more expensive than the regular education. I would go back to our programs, because I would like to now focus on the master's education we are doing. We have AI engineering, we have applied economics and data analysis. This is quite interesting. This is a business education. I mean, look at it. I mean, this is part of economics and data analysis. So a lot of people who are into business people who want to get into analytics, for example, or economists who are looking into going more into data and analytics. So this is the track they could really love to have, perhaps. We also have AI engineering, artificial intelligence. Students who are looking again to go towards the data part, or building the algorithms and machine learning and stuff, so they can come to study that. Digital business, it's about the digitization of the business, all of the smart methods and methodologies we use online, and in the digital space, this education is going to teach you that. We have engineering management, we have global management, we have global studies, sustainable societies and social change. It's a social science education. We also have another social science, which is sustainable societies and social change. We have logistics and supply chain management. We have financial analysis. We have learning, digitalization, and sustainability. So you can see that we are quite unique in different kind of programs. So I would really request and suggest that maybe click on these, just read a bit about these programs, because I think they are going to really help you, because quite often you're going to find a lot of people who have social sciences with them. Then you could recommend them to study this, or they can come to study this. So once you are better informed what you could recommend them to study, then it becomes much easier for you to convince them to study this. Then we also have product development masters. We have, this is engineering in assistive technology. What is assistive technology? Is about anything that assists the human body. For example, if you need a hearing aid, or you need, bionic arms, you need prosthetics and orthotics, you need, any kind of assistive technology to help human body or humans. That's the mechanics of that is in this particular part of the education. We also have materials and manufacturing. We have production engineering and management. We have product design. So you can see quite a strong focus on product design, production engineering and management, materials and manufacturing. And once you click on these educations, for example, if you click on, let's say, you can click on maybe materials and manufacturing. And you can here as well see what this program offers. And you can also watch a video giving you some heads up that what this education will be all about and what to expect from this. And this is quite unique as well, because we are teaching quite deep science and of materials and manufacturing. And this is a very high in demand field because all of the industries require to hire people with this kind of skill set. Again, we have internship, and you can also read what you can do after graduation. So I know that this word might not do justice, but this is trust me, this is amazing possibility and opportunity here, because this kind of platform gives you the edge over to other universities. I mean, once you need to know that why Jonkoping or why not the other university, for example. So this particular thing, I would say, would give you the edge in convincing your students to come and study for Jonkoping University. I think I have been saying quite much because I know that this is too much to take on the first time, but I just wanted to give you, a little bit brief on how you could look what we are offering, basically. So this was the first tab, Study at JU, and we clicked on our programs. And now we can look at application and admission, for example. If you come down here, application and admission, so you can also see, for example, this is a good one, because here you can see how to apply bachelor's, how to apply master's. So for example, let's say if you have met a student and now you want to make an application for the bachelor's or master's, you can click here. You can see all of the step-by-step approach that what you need to do to help your students. So you can learn this before. It's very straightforward, very simple. Everything is online. You have to upload everything online. Just follow these rules and just follow these instructions, and it shouldn't be a problem for you guys. But in case you end up with a difficulty or you need to ask something, feel free to call me up. Don't hesitate. If I'm available, I'll just pick up and we can always talk. So feel free to call me at any time. I'm more than happy to help to advise you guys. And good, what is, so yeah, I mean, again, what kind of documents to upload. So you can see, and then we give instructions as well that, originals or copies or what exactly you need to follow. So this is good one. When uploading documents, you should make sure that this is fulfilled. You can read this, it's very straightforward, very simple. Processing of application, it will guide you how the application will be processed now. and what will happen once you have been accepted, and you have been given, offered a place at Jonkoping University. So these are, these are addresses where you need to send documents in case you want to send documents, but now everything is online. But sometimes we might require some documents. For example, if someone has studied in American school, for example, then it's not possible to upload that document because we require the certificate and the transcript to come in a sealed envelope by the school itself over to our postal address. So that's how that is done. So it depends, what kind of requirement is on you through us. And we also have application fee, of which is about $90 to make an application. And I could also tell you that, see here, it was the time as well. It doesn't give, see here, our local admission is open until 18 October to 2nd of May. But we also have another system, which is a central system for admissions, which is a general system which is used by all the other Swedish universities as well. And there, the portal is open from 18th of October until Jan 15th. So you can't make an application after that. And maybe you can, but then it would be considered as late application. But the good thing is we have our local admission portal. So I always recommend my agencies to follow our local portal. So please, because you have a longer window of possibility. So similarly, you can read about how to masters, how to apply pathway, our summer programs, and what are the tuition and application fee, visa requirements, language requirements. You can read a lot of administrative and good stuff which is needed for you to guide your students, basically. Scholarships and funding. This is also, if we click on that, you can see that we offer JU scholarship all non-EU countries, and we offer scholarship to countries. This scholarship is, if you click on read more and apply, you can see that we offer about 30% scholarship, which is once you are, let's say, granted a scholarship, then that scholarship will be applied on all 3 years or 2 years of your bachelor's or master's, respectively. Yeah, and what else? I think enough about the website, because I would leave you guys to maybe browse a bit by yourself on the website and get yourself familiar with it. Because I think once you get the hang of it, you'll see that it's quite easy to browse through it. I can also give maybe, I could also share, let's see where we are. Share, and I think, no, just hold on. I think I need to open that first. Where is that? Yeah, Jonkoping University. I will share another screen now, which is, where did that go? Yes. So you guys can see this, right?
Yeah, we can see this.
You can see the big form, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is usually my presentation which I'm giving, and this would give you some nice bits and pieces. You see, I don't know if you know about Sweden as a country or not, but I'm sure you guys would know something, and maybe you know this picture, which is cold picture. So, but Sweden also looks, amazing during summertime. It's beautiful, a lot of lakes and a lot of beautiful water fronts and stuff. So you can, it's a very healthy, natural kind of a life you can live in this country. Do you guys want to hear a funny story? The funny story goes like this, and which I always tell all of the students as well. When I was coming to this country, I told my father that I'm going to come back after finishing my master's in 2 years of time. So that was the deal I had with my father, that I'll come back in 2 years. And that deal was done in 2005. And my father still calls me up sometimes, and he asks me, by the way, when are your 2 years finishing? So it's kind of a joke we have at home. So I have a very long 2 years going on. And one of the reasons is that it's a beautiful country, and it offers you so much that once you compare that to maybe to what you will get back at home, I'm not talking about Turkey, but maybe Turkey is much better than Pakistan, but we have a lot of challenges in that country. And sometimes you kind of feel the luxury of having equality, having the human rights, and living a sustainable living, and, everything, education, equality, all these kind of things matter a lot. So I ended up staying back in this country for pretty long time. Yeah, so some nice pictures. You can see that this is Volvo cars. So IKEA is Swedish firm. Volvo is Swedish. Sweden is quite renowned for its fashion, for example. Sweden is also renowned for GSM and also for Bluetooth and the graphic designs. This is pacemaker, which is used in your heart. So if you look at if you Google Sweden as one of the countries, you'll see that Sweden is ranked as one of the top 3 countries in the world when it comes to innovation. It's a very highly innovative society and country. And this is not just a ranking which is recent, it's a ranking which you'll see for many, many years. And you will continue to see these rankings as well in coming years as well, because reason being, Sweden invests a huge amount of money into R&D, and that is why you see a lot of universities and the academia and industry have strong collaborations, and they have a lot of projects, and a lot of exciting stuff comes out of it. And these are some of the companies which you can find, which are Swedish firms, and you can see that many of these firms would be in Turkey as well, like IKEA, OBB, Volvo, Spotify, H&M. I don't know if you knew about H&M or Spotify. These are Swedish firms. Electrolux, AstraZeneca. Yeah, Sweden is known for its sustainability, as I said. I wouldn't go into much detail because I would just like to, keep it short. But what I can maybe say a few words here is all of the district heating and most of the heating which is done in Sweden comes through the renewable resources. The energy is quite heavily dependent on renewable resources. So you could definitely find yourself into, working towards helping environment and, taking care of the environment if you choose to come to Sweden, for example. Innovation, we already spoke about it. Some of the innovations you can see: dynamite, ultrasound, pacemaker, the zipper, the dialysis machine. All of these are Swedish innovations. Equality, you will see that Sweden is, here I sometimes joke around with my wife that she has more rights than I do in this country. So especially if you are female and, you have super many rights. You are given almost equal worth in working environment within the organizations here. So that's also pretty interesting, actually. House of Nobel Prize, we spoke about dynamite. So it's here, you can see the map. You can see Jonkoping, you see, it's a pretty long country. And you can see Jonkoping is here. And the good thing is from Jonkoping to Stockholm, which is the capital of Sweden, and Jonkoping to, this is Malmö, but if you go further here you will see Copenhagen. So Jonkoping to Copenhagen, and then if you go further up from Gothenburg here, you will see Oslo. So Jonkoping to Stockholm, Jonkoping to Oslo, and Jonkoping to Copenhagen is equal distance almost. So this is the epic center, and that is why you will see that we are kind of logistical hub connecting 3 different capitals via Jonkoping. So this is really interesting. Yeah, some nice pictures. You can see that we have, I mean, as a city, for example, even though it's a very small city, but yet you will see all of the modern facilities you can find in or expect to find in a bigger city. We have beaches, we have, say about now, I think this info is a little bit old, I need to change it. So we have 12,000 students, sorry. We have, CNN has rated us as the top 10 healthiest cities in the world. Yeah, so we have 130,000 inhabitants living in the city. Maybe just the population of Taksim, or much less than Taksim population, I guess. So yeah, but still, once you come to the city, you don't feel like you're in a small city. You would feel that you are in a city which has almost everything. So this is how the city looks like. This is the campus, the white building and the yellow building, and this dark black building, this building, this building, this building. So this is all part of the campus. And you can see we have 4 different schools. We have business school, we have engineering, we have School of Learning and Communication, we have School of Health and Welfare. And if I know that you guys in Istanbul love water, so I mean, be sure that you will not be missing water if you come to Jonkoping, because water is just, Jonkoping University is just, you can say that, built over the lake. Yeah, so this is some interesting selling points for you guys to have, maybe, and maybe you guys can maybe print this out and have it on your desk, because it's quite interesting, actually. We are #1 in entrepreneurship research. We are top 5 in the world for high quality of education. We are 14% of our students start their own business. We have sustainable focus. We are ranked top 100. We are double accredited. We have, international profile, world-class research. So there are a lot of these kind of, stuff which can be, we have been speaking about internship. So you will see that a lot of our education is actually merged with a lot of practice and theory together. We have field visits, and this is some other kind of activities which we do. And this is kind of a student project where they build a solar panel car themselves, and then they take that project over to Australia to compete with other universities, and they race about 3,000 kilometers. And we are proud to say that we have been, coming in top 6-7 positions in that kind of a tournament. So it's quite interesting, actually. And if you're trying to convince your student, you can tell them that they could also dream to become part of this project. So anyone is allowed and welcome to do it, Then we have science park or incubation park or technology park, whatever you may want to call it. It's about, if you have a business ID, you could come and, get free help from them. You can get your idea evaluated. You can, you can get the help for funding. You can incubate. They can provide you an incubation stage. They can provide you a facility for rental for your office. So there are a lot of things which Science Park can help you with. And most of those services are free of cost. So you as a student do not have to pay for it. We have a lot of international environment. We have, students coming in from 70 plus countries. We have 800 host companies. English is spoken by all. So if you're also thinking to practice your English language, so this could be quite maybe interesting country for you guys to come and join, because English is almost spoken by everyone. So you can also practice your English. So we have spoken about the bachelor's and master's we are offering. I will not go into those details. We have spoken about pathway education, and we have also spoken about how to apply, remember these steps, for example. These are, what is needed, and fee and scholarship. We have also discussed this, for example, 30% scholarship. Cost of living is approximately 860 euros, and students are allowed to work during their education as well. So if, for example, if you're earning, the student rates are usually about 12 euros for 1 hour. So, so you could be, if you work maybe couple of hours, you could be making maybe, depending on how much do you work and how much your education would allow you or help you to work. That's something which your student will have to decide themselves. We provide pickup service. We have introduction week. We have free health and accident insurance. We have Swedish courses. We have work permit. So, these kind of, and accommodation is guaranteed. We make sure to provide guaranteed accommodation. These are some of the videos these are the links from our, how do you say this? Our alumni. So I could send some of the links over to you guys. You could watch the alumni videos later on. And this is, if you're into football, so you would know this guy, right? Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and I love his saying, he says, I do not need a trophy to tell myself that I'm the best. So I think this is exactly what advice you should be advising your students. So if they believe in themselves, so perhaps they should come and select Jonkoping University, because here we want to make sure that what you dream of, you will also achieve. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. I wouldn't, okay, stop sharing. I hope you guys were not sleeping. I don't know.
No.
Or I think, was it too much information?
No, it was pretty good and comprehensive and informative. But we're listening. So, it's online training. So it's always a little bit.
No, but I think, as I said, I don't like to these kind of trainings through Zoom much. But I'm coming over to Istanbul, and you guys will be doing an examination. So I will bring a test with me from this lecture.
It will be amazing. That.
So let's see who gets a pass, who gets a fail in that. So
who gets a treat? We want treats.
Yeah. If you get a pass, you'll get a treat. If you get a fail,
okay. Now we are talking. Yasemin, thanks a lot for your contribution and your time and your effort. We like, I am talking on behalf of myself. I would like to be meeting you in person, and also my friends too, probably. And hopefully we would be able to see you in the exhibition.
Yes, I'm really looking forward. Don't go anywhere until I come, because I see a lot of new faces every time. So
we will be waiting for you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks again.
Nice. How's the weather in Istanbul, by the way?
Our weather is pretty good today, but yesterday and the day after it was a little bit gloomy, but right now it's kind of warm and sunny.
Okay, so when in 2 weeks of time, would it still remain warm?
Hopefully. Yeah. If you're gonna come, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because I want to see a warm weather because it's now pretty cold here. It's almost like 8-9 degrees. So I'm hoping to find some sun and nice weather in Istanbul. I really hope so.
It's 28 Celsius today, so
I hope it remains like this for 2 weeks.
It will hopefully.
Great. Thank you very much, everyone. Nice meeting you all, and I look forward to seeing you all in person. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Again, Yasemin. See you.
Have a nice day.
Bye.